Right, so it's been a significant amount of time between these recording sessions, not to confuse anyone, but it has. I took like a week and a half, 2 weeks? Not actually sure. I'd have to check the last recording. Which I could do in a minute, but I'm not going to because I'm lazy. I don't even remember what I was doing last. I was here, and then I died, and I don't remember how I died or where. I think it was those lions. They stayed dead. Why is my fucking frame rate so bad? I don't think that's coming through in the recording. It might just be the motion blur, but it looks real choppy right now. I wonder why that is. Well, anyway, I died here last time. I don't remember how I died. I'm sure it was embarrassing or stupid or me making some kind of miscalculation. If it wasn't, then it wasn't, but I'll need to take a few minutes to remember exactly what was happening because I very much do not remember. Wait, nope, now I remember. It was ghosts. I remember, it was ghosts. Now I don't want to be here. Yeah, this place sucks. I should probably leave. But yeah, it was ghosts. And I know there's a thing up there, but I don't know how to get there. This can't just be like a run the circuit. I highly doubt that it is. I can see a fucking shortcut. Anyway, but yeah, it was ghosts. And is the ghosts because of that thing, or is the ghosts because of something else? Yeah, I got killed by a ballista. I remember that much. I was here for that. I remember it sucking really bad. Ow. I guess I'll just take it slow, rather than try and run through it like I did last time. It is what I did last time, right? Oh, these guys seem pretty weak to fire, so maybe it's not too bad. They drop their stuff, despite being ghosts, which is a little odd. Yeah, that's what happened. I remember now. Because I ran out here and I got shot by a second ballista. Which is a little annoying. Is there a way I can game this? Yeah, not too bad. Oh, weird. Getting behind cover, or learning. Oh, I can't have that. Like, literally. You know, I wish when the shields were on your back, they would actually protect you from damage. That would be awesome. Shit. I wonder if it's possible for me. No. I wish you could wear multiple, like, load increasing rings simultaneously. That'd be cool. I feel like your ability to fucking multi-manage weapons in this game is much lower than it was in Dark Souls 3. But Dark Souls 3 weapons were, like, much less varied in their... Where the fuck is he going? You would think he would, like, run down the hall to attack me, but he's doing, like, a weird-ass, like, patrol. That arc is not, like, that's weird. That's a weird-ass arc. It's like... Hold on. Hold on. Damn it. My virtual M16 is not doing its job. Get on the damn ballista so I can shoot you again. This is like the most clown shoes fucking thing ever. Are we really just gonna play peekaboo until... There we go. That was very dumb. And the annoying thing is, I'm just gonna have to do this again in like 10 seconds because there's another one. I keep thinking it's gonna spawn a guy behind me. The last place did. So I'm fully expecting that to happen again. There's no reason why it shouldn't. Okay, good to know. Well, it doesn't seem like you can actually hit me here. Well, actually, I have no reason to believe why you shouldn't be able to, now that I think about it. Wow, that is some precise fucking... Okay, question. How many times do I have to shoot this ballista for it to break with an arrow? Because it takes a lot of swings to break them with a fucking melee weapon, and I can only imagine this is doing much less damage than a melee weapon would do. I've long since given up on trying to figure out how the damage values work in this game. Damage numbers appear to be high, but enemies have so much health that it's... I always hated the idea of give the enemies a huge-ass health bar to make the damage numbers that you're doing seem justifiable. Because, like, oh, I'm doing, like, 1,000 damage per hit. It's like, yeah, but he has, like, 50,000 health. So I'm really only doing, like, a 15th of his health bar, on each hit or whatever. So it's like... Just give the enemies lower health numbers and give my swings lower numbers so that when I'm increasing the number that I'm doing, it actually feels like I'm increasing it. My favorite example of this to being done right is enemies in Legend of Dragoon. You start out the game and enemies have 10 health, and you'll do like 1 or 2 damage per swing. And then when you get to the end of the game, enemies have like 1,000 health, and you're doing much more damage per swing. And it actually feels like, you know... Because, like, they recognize that you don't need to do, like, massive, huge numbers to feel satisfied. It just has to be increasing as you get stronger. Like, in Legend of Dragoon, it's like, you're gonna get hype when you do 7 damage. Like, you pull out a 7, it's like, oh shit, I just did, like, critical hit damage. Or, like, oh shit, I just got hit for 12. I can't believe it, right? Versus, like, oh, I just did, like, 600, you know, damage or 1,000 damage. Man, I can't believe I did so little. It's just a little irritating to me, I think. I don't know if that's just an opinion I have, but I have heard it, like, reiterated a handful of times. Admittedly, hold on, I'm gonna put my lantern on. Not very often, but it, you know, a little bit. I need to go... I'm trying to keep a mental checklist in my head. Apparently I was an idiot and I walked past the door in, the fucking, Capitol, in the goddamn, basement that would have let me, go to that other room. So I'll be doing that, as well as going to talk to Tongue Eater again, assuming it doesn't lock me into an ending. But I'll also be doing that door, because apparently there's an entire dungeon down there I missed, and I don't want to miss content if I can help it. Okay. I've spent, what, 160 hours, 140 hours playing this game. That's a lot. That's, like, more than my fucking Dark Souls, well, no, not more than my Dark Souls 1 time. My Dark Souls 1 time somewhere in, like, the 600s, or something. But what I mean is, that's more than, like, multiple runs of another Souls game. I'm getting a little bit worn out with this one. It's not bad. I will say, though, I do think this game was overhyped. It's a really, really good game, but it also has a ton of problems, and it's extraordinarily repetitive. Like, 95% of this game is super easy, and then, like, 10% of it, or 5 or 10% of it, somewhere, no exact numbers, obviously, but, a certain amount of it is, like, ridiculously difficult. Fuck off. There's also a lot of that, which I don't like. There's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Cut corners in places. There's obviously the reused buildings, and for sure the reused bosses. Those bosses are terrible. Like, most of the bosses are enemies I don't enjoy fighting anyway, and then a lot of the unique bosses are, like, just garbage. Sorry about that. Like, I don't think there's a single unique boss in this game I've fought so far that has been anywhere as good as, like, even some of the earlier bosses in, like, Souls games. They're probably more mechanically, like, well-designed than the bosses in most of Demon Souls, but they're not anywhere near as interesting as a lot of those bosses. Oh my god, I hate these things. And there's there's way too much of that shit. Of enemy that moves stupid fast, that jerks your camera around, so you literally cannot fucking, like, keep on top of them. That's something I've, like, been complaining about the whole time, is that in the previous Dark Souls games, if that had happened, the enemy moving to the right like that, my character would have just not followed them, and my target lock would have been broken. What it does here is it turns my character to the right forcibly, and then my character's back is to them when their animation resets, and they can kill me instantly. That's not clever game design. That's bullshit. Like, there was always a problem in Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls with those mosquitoes, where if you were locked onto them, occasionally your character would walk off a cliff, because they would move to the right suddenly, and your character would face them, and it wasn't quite fast enough to break target lock. In this game, no enemies break target lock unless they physically move outside of, like, your range, like maybe 30 to 40 meters away, and even then that's not enough to break target lock sometimes. Enemies in this game can jump all the way behind you, like outside the camera's field of view, and your character will still turn to lock onto them, and I think that sucks. Your character should just, like, disable target lock rather than try to continue fucking looking at them. Especially combined with how on the Xbox One and PS4, this game has, like, really bad frame rate issues. Although I've heard the PS4's frame rate issues are much better than the PS5's for some reason. I'm not entirely certain why that is. I think the PC version's still fucked, but I'm not sure. But yeah, like this, what just happened right there, that should not happen. Because I do not have any control over that. That is 100% a game engine problem. I know this enemy is supposed to do this thing where it attacks you from behind with these sweeping things, but I should be able to see the enemy. In Dark Souls 1, the standard starting game style was the game wanted you to use a medium weight character with medium armor, a broadsword or like a long sword with a medium shield, and have like a very quality build character. And then as you played the game, it wanted you to, if towards the end of the game or in consecutive runs, the game wanted you to switch to probably a dex weapon, start two-handing your stuff, and using either heavier armor or much lighter armor. And in as like the series went on, your ability to use the like sword and board medium build became more and more discouraged, leading to Bloodborne, in which you straight out cannot use anything other than the dex build. You are required to use the fucking glass cannon-y hyper aggressive shit combat style, which has the unfortunate side effect of all the enemies in the game are extraordinarily fast and difficult to fucking predict, meaning you just have to function on 100% pure reaction timing, which doesn't work against a lot of enemies. Like, fucking Ludwig in Demon Souls. Bloodborne famously has a startup on his animation that moves faster than the human eye can actually see. And that startup can lead to two completely different attacks, one of which will instantly kill you if it connects to you in any way. And that just kept getting fucking reiterated in Souls games for some reason. They decided that that needed to become, like, the standard behavior for enemies. Like, how many bosses have I fought in this game that had attacks where the time between the startup and the actual attack is, like, less than half a second? It takes that much time to move your fucking thumb off the analog stick to the fucking B button. And this door isn't open. Okay. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of bullshit in this game that I feel like is there just for the sake of either it was not play-tested enough, or they didn't see it as enough of a problem because they've put graces pretty much everywhere. I don't think the addition of ease of utility excuses bad game design, because this game does have a lot of really badly designed areas. It also has a lot of really good designed areas, but it also suffers from the same sort of problem that Dark Souls 3 has, in that a lot of areas are just kind of like flat areas that don't really have much in them, unfortunately. Like, as much as I like this game, I don't find most of its locations anywhere near as interesting as even, like, a lot of the normal areas in Dark Souls 1. Like, this area I'm in right now is cool, and it's definitely more well-designed than, like, the swamp areas or, like, those flat plains, but it's not as well-designed as the Undead Burg or Boletaria, because those zones are complete zones that are meant to be experienced as one cohesive thing, whereas this is just a, you know, castle in the middle of an empty field that has almost nothing surrounding it. You know? Like, it's definitely not as bad as, like, Gears of War 5 or Halo Infinite, where Gears of War 5's open world had some cool stuff in it, but in between the cool stuff, there was actually literally nothing. It was a blank map dotted with a handful of interesting things that were really just stuff stolen from Gears 2. Like, literally with the grind lifts and the other stuff, which doesn't even really make sense given the location. Because the place you go to in Gears 5 is supposed to be the same place as the ice level in Gears 2, but it doesn't share the same geometry, and none of the locations you visited are in the same place. So it doesn't make any real sense. And also, like, it's not in the same state as it was the last time. It's very stupid. It also retcons almost every single thing that happened in Gears 2, so, you know, that's fun. Also, again, like I said before, there's nothing really over here. Like, I came to this area, I killed the guy, and it doesn't seem like there was any reason to do so. I mean, maybe if I jump over here, they'll be like, no, it just loops back to where I already was. And I feel like that's a little bit annoying, you know? When that sort of thing happens, where it's like, why did I do this? No reason. Oh. You know? Also, I feel like if I was on torrent, I maybe could have jumped in here. Yep, saw that coming. I guess I shouldn't complain about enemies here doing half my health bar, since I am technically in one of the... Oh, god damn it. Talk about bad timing. I am technically in one of the later areas of the game, but still. I find it difficult not to be bitter about things in life, because I've seen versions of pretty much everything in, you know, its current state that's better than the way it usually is. Like, I still think Demon's Souls level design's probably the best level design in the series. Like, Dark Souls 1 gets the bonus points for being the connected world, but Demon's Souls levels are 1,000 times more interesting and are generally a lot more, like, well-organized. With the exception of the Valley of Defilement, but even that is still better than, like, Blighttown, I feel. Because Blighttown's super short. Like, you can do Blighttown in half an hour if you truck through it. Like, their first attempt was still probably the best version. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but What does this one do? Oh, I don't care. Cool looking, but I don't want it. This thing's cool, I might use it later. I want to go get that fucking, rot set from, Kaled later when I have time. I might grind that out. And I don't have any upgradey stuff, so... What's that? Wow, that's very similar to an area in Lothric. What's your deal? You've got mushrooms around you. Huh. Okay. Well, isn't that interesting? Oh, it forces an auto lock? Or is that just my weirdo interpretation? It's a super dex weapon. Well, not super dex. Fuck off! Man. Oh, cool. I don't think I'm going to use it, but cool. Is there anything over here? I feel like there should be. It's probably just a shortcut down from another location. Because this... What? Oh, great. Yes, hello, thank you. Ow. Great. Huh. That's a bit odd. Oh god, you... Yeah, I don't know what the deal with these things is. I feel like there was almost a reason for them being in fucking... Volcano Manor. I feel like there's no reason for them being here. It's just any room with cages, right? Yeah, enemy reuse is really, really, like... Because that was the thing. In Demon Souls especially, in Dark Souls 1 to a certain extent, if you saw an enemy in one area, you would never see it in another. It was exclusive to that zone. And that's not the case in Elden Ring. Enemies are just wherever, which is a little annoying. There are some that are a lot more specific, but for the most part, also, the multiplayer, as previous stated, kind of sucks. It doesn't feel like there's any naturalistic interaction in this game. Like, I understand people's desire to limit being invaded and stuff like that in a game where it's huge and, like, there are a bunch of bosses and stuff and you don't want to get distracted. But I would actually be okay with multiplayer being a bit more common. Like, if I got invaded, a hunter could summon himself to my world automatically without me calling them, right? So, if I get invaded, I don't have to worry too much about it. but also it's more frequent than I can only be invaded when summoning someone. And likewise, for invaders, only being able to attack people who have multiple players in their world sucks. Oh, great. Yeah, see, fun. Like, you can only fight people if you have another person with you. If you want to just fight invaders. Because that is sometimes a thing I want to do, where it's like, hey, I feel like fighting another player. I'm going to go put myself somewhere where invasions are common. But now you need another person. Or you need... Wow, that sucks. Also, as previously stated, camera bullshit. Also, it doesn't like you locking onto enemies that aren't on the same verticality as you, which I'm guessing is a problem that's a holdover from Sekiro, but Sekiro wasn't, like... Hey, it's you! Not a huge fan of that. I know the reason for why the, God damn it! Anyway, I know the reason why it doesn't break target lock on fucking enemies moving quickly is probably because of teleporting enemies like that, so that you don't get blindsided by them teleporting behind you. But the opposite problem occurs, is that enemies that can already move behind you without teleporting fuck up your targeting and then teleport back in front of you and the camera doesn't flip around again. Like, there's too many problems with the camera in this game for me to say it's well designed. And it doesn't feel intentional, it feels like it's just wasn't tested against most enemies. And I can understand that. This game is fucking huge, and there are a lot of enemies to test, but a lot of them also share characteristics, so I feel like it wasn't entirely out of the question. I don't know, there's just a lot of really annoying stuff about this game. And I'm not just complaining because I'm getting killed, I'm complaining because it's extremely noticeable, and I've been fucking playing this game for a while now. Is it better to shoot these guys? Not really. I don't like these things. Something weird about them. What? Oh, great. Fucking awesome. Man, I'm really loving these camera angles, huh? I wonder. The real question is thus. Do they spawn anyway? regardless of... No. But you, I'm guessing. Oh. Whatever. Shortcut. Woo. Do I care? No, not really. Oh, well, shit. Oh, a drop-off. Huh. Is that somewhere I've already been? Yes, it is. So I don't need to do it. I guess that's for if you didn't see it the first time. Okay, whatever. I wonder. Huh. Okay. Batman. Why not? Man, I'm hungry. Huh. Great. Oh, right, shit. Oh, you're just that guy from, I didn't even realize we'd gotten invaded. Interesting. Ooh. Damn. Wow! Holy shit! Sorry, Batman. Damn. Cool. What is this weapon you've described to me? It sounds awesome. It's a fist weapon. Kinda wish you could use it as like the other guy did. Okay. Oh, no power stancing. It has a block. That's a bit odd. Like, it doesn't have an alternative moveset on the other side. Huh. Okay, that's, yeah, it's the Dark Souls thing. Or the Dark Souls 3 thing. And it's fine, but I don't really care. It's cool looking, but probably not something I'd use. Hey, and I got enough to level up. Yay me. I need to remember to go buy more bolts, I think. Or arrows, or something. Kind of interesting, there's more to the castle, ostensibly. Or presumably, I guess would be a better word. Nothing! And not even a guy to chase me down afterwards. Okay, sure. I need to go do a round robin of the various NPCs in the game, because apparently I think some of them, their statuses may have changed. I need to go fight Mog. I need to do that door in the capital. The capital door is probably the one I should do first, so I don't forget. Mog's not going to go anywhere. I think he's also optional, so... Apparently there's something you find later that helps make his fight easier. What was this? Hey! I got the other one. That took a long-ass time. Okay. You know, I haven't actually found how to get to the Halig Tree. Is that the Halig Tree? Yeah, because there's a whole other part of the thing that I haven't gotten to yet. That, apparently I think I might have done some of this stuff out of order, unfortunately. Where is it? Catacombs. There. I hate that that's not called the fucking name that pops up on the thing, but, you know, whatever. I suppose it's not terribly important. Ugh, ow. I wanted to do a pizza, but we don't have any pizza. And I'm too lazy to go get a pizza. Also, because it's like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm pretty sure any pizza joints around here would be closed. At least any of the ones that have pizza worth buying, that's for sure. I'm not going to a Little Caesars at 10 o'clock at night to get a garbage pizza that's undercooked. I don't get it. My fucking friends, they go get a pizza. My cousin go gets a pizza. Comes out perfectly fine. I go get a pizza, it's an undercooked nightmare that's fucking barely edible. What the hell? Okay, so apparently it's in there, not the other place. But fuck do I know about? Whatever. Box rat. Ow. Lame. Who put you in a box? You didn't put yourself in the box, that's for damn sure. Whatever. Awesome. Loving that it was just prepped and ready to go from minute one, right? Whatever. Did they move the big hand that was in here? Or does it stay dead permanently? Because at launch, there was a big hand here.
A curse upon them all. They'll be born cursed, all of them, along with their children.
Apparently he wants to turn them all into Omen.
And their children's children. For all time to come.
Sure.
Curse you,
Right, so I'm gonna reload the zone because I don't fancy walking back here. This is probably faster. But usually when you reload a zone after a character thing, their quest stages advance. I'm imagining I'll get his armor or something, or he'll go back to the round table. I'm not actually sure. Where do you get the chair from? Did he run upstairs and grab one? When I first found his body, I thought we were gonna find him like swinging from a noose, like in the opening cutscene, but I guess not. Well, he's still here. No, I guess not. Okay, whatever. Guess I'll go back to the fucking thing. Try and see if... no, okay. Because... it's apparently on the other side. I haven't actually figured out how to get there yet. Because the same direction I went here to get over there, there's a door. It's not the left side, though. So where the fuck is it? I don't know. There's too much obfuscation with these fucking... So it's not over there. It's the one over there. Apparently. Yeah, it's in there, I think. So I need to figure out how to get in there. I wonder if these guys occasionally drop great runes like how rats drop humanity in Dark Souls 1 sometimes. Maybe. I mean, I only have one, so I should probably save it. I can see through the world a little bit. Really? Now, if I remember correctly, Yeah. Yeah, okay. Fuck off! Damn it! I hate that shit. Even enemies in the previous games couldn't stun lock you while you were blocking. Fuck you. God, I hate that shit. Alright, that should be all of them. Though it's a rather meaningless fucking assertion. Yeah, I'm not sure Holy does the job here. Frenzy appears to work, weirdly enough. But the way that fucking the game handles those... Hold on. Is there nothing in here? I thought there would be a door to go to the other side. What was the point of coming in here then? Maybe this way? Oh, right, this way. Ha! Wait, that doesn't actually help me. Great. Am I gonna actually get to play this time? Where the fuck am... Oh, never mind. Yeah, I always gotta spawn at the furthest possible place from wherever the fuck the person is. Can't even spawn my goddamn horse. Never mind, I probably am gonna have to fight through that giant in order to get over to them. Seriously, where the fuck are they? It looks like they're over in Stormvale. It's like by the time I get over there, they're gonna be dead or have killed the guy already. I know this is their way of balancing the fucking multiple players thing, but why not just not have it require multiple players to begin with? In Demon Souls, it was supposed to be miraculous if a player survived being invaded. Like, it was supposed to be like, oh my god, I can't believe I did it. Not here, though. Well, the Erd Tree is still on fire. Well, it's much more on fire in their world than it is in mine. Weird. God, I am so fucking far away. Holy shit. Looks like most of the enemies are cleared out, though, which is a little weird. Do I have a map? Where the fuck are they? Are they underground? Because that's not where... Huh. Oh. Okay, now where's the other one? Okay. Is this supposed to be a fight club? In some weirdo roundabout way? Where it's just like, hey, I'll just put myself in a weird ass spot so I can get invaded. And then people can come and fight each other as they please. I can kind of understand. Great. Incredible. Where the fuck is that guy? He's like up there somehow. That's weird. Oh, is he just farming fucking rune arcs off of this? Well, fine, I can hang out here for a bit. I'll just cut the recording if this takes too long. I guess he got up there with his horse? Okay, weird. This will be a good way for me to restock on stuff, I guess.